Okie dokie. So today we're going to learn about the land down under. Good old Australia. Australia. Shrimp on the Barbie and such. Shrimp on the Barbie. Okay, I'm done with that. I won't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it be there. Many seamen, seamen. Many seamen who had sailed in the waters of the Indian Ocean, the Pacific, the South Atlantic, and the South Pacific believed that somewhere in the South Seas there was a great southern continent. Ooh, the southern continent. And the great South Blue. Where will you go, Mr. Southern Continent? Where are you from? It was a great southern continent. Chile and Peru, in the newly discovered continent of South America, had proved to be rich in silver and gold. Ooh, yeah, fucking wealthy as shit in silver and gold. But why are they poor countries right now? I wonder why. Who knows? The newly discovered continent of South America had proved to be rich in silver and gold. It was hoped that if the southern continent was found, it would prove equally rich. Yeah, fucking gold everywhere. So we like it, gold everywhere. When the explorers began to voyage into the South Seas, they discovered not one but two southern continents. One was Antarctica, of which you will read later. The other was Australia. Good old Australia. Yeah. We like Australia. We like Australia. The first explorer who landed on the eastern shores of Australia found a rich land with great forests, huge tree-like ferns, and brightly colored flowers. The seamen who first touched at the western coast found a dry, sandy country where fresh water was scarce and where there were no trees or plants. Yeah, the fucking huge fucking desert. Isn't that just big? Australia is just one big fucking desert. Yeah, they got little places around the coast, but the rest of it's garbage, stinky sand place. You don't want to live there. I wouldn't want to live there. Maybe I do. Maybe if I ran away, and I decide to hey, I'm gonna go run away to a different land, be in desert Australia. Might cook to death, but hey, I'll be alone. I'll be happy. Nobody could bother me. Nobody could say me, oh, you help me with this. I don't know how to rewire the fucking light switch. Please put this light switch in there. I don't know how to do it. It's like, oh, okay, I'll help you with the light switch. But I'm in Australia, so it's nobody's. I said, oh mate, you got a grub there. You got a fucking bolt on the thong in your fucking foot there. And I'd be like, yeah, I do. I have thongs on my feet, which are sandals and whatnot. That would be me in Australia. I'd be happy. Burning alive, but happy. I could dream. Today, we know why some parts of Australia have rich, moist soil, while others have dry, sandy soil. Eastern and northern Australia receive plenty of rainfall, while central and western Australia have very little. Yep. Big fucking desert. Winds known as the southeast trade winds blow across the Pacific Ocean towards Australia. As they pass over the ocean, they soak up great quantities of moisture. Yummy. I'm gonna soak up some great quantities of moisture in a bit when I drink some water. These moisture-laden winds then pass over the plains along Australia's eastern coast. Some distance inland lies a range of mountains. Ooh, no shit. The warm winds have to rise to cross over the mountains. They are chilled by the cool mountain air, and their moisture condenses and falls as rain. Australia's rainforest. Well, that's where those the dingoes are. Those Australian northern dingoes in Queensland. Not Queensland? I don't know where they are. They're somewhere though. And they're very cute. They're very cute little animals. I'll pick them up and throw them around and kiss them and hug them and crush them to death with my love because I really like those dingoes. Those dang old dingoes. I'll definitely keep one as a pet if that was legal to do. Yeah, actually I wouldn't because they're crazy. But it's the thought that counts. It's not the thought that counts. Actually, thinking doesn't really do much for anything. It's action that really counts for stuff. But it's the thought that counts, and that's what we'll say as we continue on with our Australian journey. And their moisture condenses and falls as rain. On either side of the mountains, the land receives plenty of rainfall. As the dry winds continue to blow westward over central and western Australia, they soak up any moisture that they can from the earth. Oh, so they even, not only do they not put any moisture into the desert, they rob the moisture from the desert itself. Sucks to be in Western Australia. Thus, these regions of Australia are very dry. In the middle of Australia, there's a great desert where it's very warm and where nothing grows. Insert joke here about the desert. Insert joke. Okay, Australia has very few rivers. The Murray River, with its many tributaries, which you will see on the map on page 146. Okay, let's go to page 146. There we are. There it is. You see that? What are we looking at here? The Murray River. Where's the Murray River? Oh, it's down here. It's right over here, buds. Look at this. Look at this. There's the Murray River. Look at that. Look at that thing go. Look at that. Look at all the tributaries. Those little forks, little spinules going. That's little tributaries of the river, of the Murray River, which you will see on the map is the only river system of any importance. That's rude. What if there's some other stuff that might be really important? You don't know that, Mr. 1950s writer of the book. Streams and rivers which flow westward from the mountains disappear in the dry desert lands of Central Australia. There goes. See that? See that where the kangaroo is? The big old kangaroo? Death and nothing. Nothing lives there. Nothing lives there at all. It's just nothing in pain and suffering. The seasons in Australia are at different times in the year from those from those in Canada. In the land down under, or so it's so called, the winter months are from June until August, summer from December until February. On the globe, you will see that Australia is not very far south of the equator. Therefore, no part of this continent has very cold weather. Even in winter, northern Australia has a warm tropical climate all year round. Yeah, because northern Australia is just the best. That's where you want to live. I think that's where Sydney is. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea where things are in Australia at all. I know nothing about Australia. That's what we're learning about in this book. But yeah, North Australia is probably really good. Most unusual animals live in Australia. Yeah, those fucking weirdos. Many are different from those found in any other part of the world. One of the oddest, the duck-billed platypus. The good old platypus is a water animal found among the banks of small streams. You know what's cool about the platypus is that they have little barbs on their feet, and they'll fucking stab you and poison you real good. They'll fucking cut you up. Go pew 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 pew, and go, yeah, and you'll get poisoned by their little barbs on their little feet. So if you're handling a platypus, I think they actually debarb them for like the zoos and stuff. Not very healthy for the animal, but we like them. We still like. Fell on banks of a small. The word platypus means flat-footed, just like me. I got fucking duck-billed platypus feet. I got platypus feet. No, just like Patagonia. Remember in Patagonia where they have like little fucking flat little feet? This animal has a bill and webbed feet like a duck, soft fur and leathery tail like a small beaver, and can swim like a fish. On page 138. Ooh, let's go there. 138. No, that's the wrong way. Here we are. Page 130, you'll see a picture of the strange creature. Yeah, that's right there in the middle. That's our little platypus. Hey, little guy. Cute little friendo. The platypus are found nowhere in the world but Australia and Tasmania. Another animal found only in Australia is the grayish-brown kangaroo, which bounds along the ground, often at the speed of 40 miles an hour. Ooh, that's fucking fast. No wonder those things are a fucking nuisance. You will read more about this animal later. Oh, thank God. If we talked about Australia without talking about kangaroos, we'd be doing a disservice to the freaking country and the Queen and whatever the fuck the whoever owns Australia, the Bogons of Australia. The little koala bear is very much like a toy teddy bear. Oh, but don't hug it. They got syphilis. This gray they have like chlamydia. They have chlamydia. This gray soft-furred bear eats nothing but eucalyptus leaves. Often in one day, a koala will eat over 2.5 pounds of these leaves. Because the eucalyptus tree grows in no part of the world but Australia, koala bears die of starvation. They are taken to other lands. Not only that, but they'll die of starvation if they're taken to like a different tree. Like they're very picky. Like it has to be their specific tree or they won't eat. It's like, oh, I do these leaves are good enough for me, even though like they have like the smoothest fucking brain in like the whole animal kingdom. Like legitimately, like one of the smoothest brains I've ever seen. Uh, you can see like it has like maybe like very like small little ridges. It's not even a ridge. It's more like it's more like not even an indent, but like a little crease. Not even a crease. It's not technically a crease either. It's like a little like a little scrape. Like it's barely folded. They have like no folds in there. They're fucking stupid animals. Because of all that eucalyptus, because the eucalyptus is full of like these crazy oils. Very hard to process. And I guess they use all that fucking energy to fucking process their leaves, and they fucking sleep all the time, and then they eat, sleep, and shit, and that's all they still do. Oh, they make horrible noise like oh, oh, oh. That's they also make that horrible noise too. It's fucking nuts. Koala bears drink no liquid of any kind. Yeah, because of the fucking leaves. The mother koala carries her baby in a pouch while it is very young. Later, however, the baby prefers to ride on its mother's back. Oh, and also when the baby's born, they eat a special something very special that the mothers make. They have instead of like milk. What do they have milk? I'm not quite sure. I don't know about that one. But they have this poop. They poop out they shit in the baby's mouths. That's how they get their ability, the nutrients, the bacteria they need to break down the eucalyptus leaves. It's a little fucking cringe, but like, hey, better than starving to death, I guess. Would you rather get shit in your mouth, or would you rather starve to death? You pick. You pick that right now. Yeah, it didn't take you long to think, you know. You'd rather have the shit in your mouth, wouldn't you? I'd rather be shat in my mouth than starve to death. I wouldn't like it. Just let that be known. I don't like shit in my mouth. But if it was between that and starving to death, I'd take the shit all the way. I'll rub the shit all over my body. I don't give a shit. I do give a shit because I want the shit inside me because I don't want to die of starvation. That's because I want to digest the fucking eucalyptus. I wonder if anybody's actually tried the. You know what? I don't want to think about that. One of the world's largest birds, the emu. Is that on the page? Yeah, there it is. Lives in Australia. Like the ostrich, this bird is unable to fly, but can travel on land at a great speed. For it has very long, powerful legs. I fucking love emus. What's cool about emus is they're more tame than like ostriches and rheas. So like they're like fun little pets. They're basically like the tamest big birds. So like if you're like go to the petting zoo and they have like ostriches and shit, go to the emus. They're probably nicer. And then they're more funny. They have like little furry and they're funny. I like emus way more than I like ostriches. This bird is unable to fly, but it can travel on land at great speed. For it has very long, powerful legs. Well, just like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. One kick from an emu is enough to kill a man. That's also true. You gotta watch out for their big fucking claws. They have like 4-inch claws. They'll fucking gash you open and you'll bleed out and your intestines will fall out and you'll die. That's Australia for you, though. Everything's gonna kill you in Australia. Even the freaking drop bears will kill you. A bird known for its loud laughter is the kookaburra. The kookaburra. The kookaburra. I fucking love that bird. Fuck yeah. The kookaburra. It looks like a Canadian kingfisher, but it has a head almost as big as its body. Oh, that's a pretty big freaking head. Look at that thing. Looks nothing like a fisher. What are you talking about? Is it on the other page? No, it's not. It's that one. That's fucking freaky as shit. Why would you want to... That's not a... That's fucked up. That looks nothing like a kingfisher. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, if you look at the emu picture, you can see it's little baby emus. They look like little... They have like funny little like lines on them. Like, what's that? Like, what the food? Like a lemon. They're like lemons. They're very funny. What are we talking about? When a kookaburra wishes to kill a small animal or snake for a meal, it drops it down onto earth from a high tree. Aw, wholesome. The bird repeats this operation until its victim is dead. That's fucking brutal. Why are you telling kids this? Hey, you know that this nice pretty bird? It fucking tortures its prey to death. Have fun, kids. That's our lesson for today, guys. Let's all torture fucking small snakes and mammals. That's just like the kookaburra. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do is torture small freaking defenseless animals. Just like the kookaburoo. Okay, kids, it's 1950s. Let's go do horrible, inhumane experiments on animals, guys. Come on, let's all go. It's all fun and games. Here's your asbestos clay. Here's your cigarettes. Let's go torture animals. Okay. The bird repeats this operation until the lyre bird. Ooh, the lyre bird can imitate the sound of any bird or animal in the forest, and because of the oh no, that's a lyrebird. That's not a king. That's not a fucking cuckoo. This I think this is the cuckoo, the parrot-looking thing. Is it? No, that's a cockatoo. No, I guess they just don't have a picture of the cuckoo. That's too bad. Oh, that sucks. The bird can imitate the sound of any bird or animal in the forest. So that's why it didn't look like a kingfisher, because it's not a kingfisher at all. It's not the kookaburra. Cuckoo, I am the walrus. I am the walrus. I am the Eggman. Cuckoo. Okay. Lyrebird can imitate the sound of any bird or animal in the forest, and because of this, it is one of the world's best mimics. When it opens up its beautiful fan-shaped tail, the feathers form a pattern that looks like the old-fashioned musical instrument called the lyre. Aww, that's cool. Oh, it does look like a lyre. Look at that. That's why I guess that's why they call it the lyre. But who would have thunk it? Who would have thought it figured? It's like rain on your wedding day. Free ride when you're already paid. Okay, let's go back to the book. Musical instrument called the lyre. In the northern region of Australia, there are hundreds of brightly colored birds known as crested cockatoos. They are the cousins to the parrots. Oh, those are the freaking cockatoos. Let's go back and look at those cockatoo cocks. Because the cockatoos. Brilliant crimson, blue, green, yellow, or rose feathers brighten up the gloomy tropical forest. There were native people in Australia before the coming of white men. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. These bushmen or fellows were a race of wanderers traveling from place to place in search of food and water. Kinda. Not really, but kinda. The fellows ate anything they could catch, whether it was fish, an emu, a kangaroo, or a snake. For hunting small birds, they used a boomerang, an unusual curved wooden weapon about 2 feet long. This weapon was hurled through the air, and if it missed its victim, it continued to curve until it returned to the thrower. Great dances called corroborees were held at a special dancing ground where the tribes gathered from time to time. Wearing skirts of grass and with headdresses of feathers, the natives danced and sang songs which had been taught to them by their fathers and grandfathers. Fun. On special occasions, the fellows still meet and perform their native dances. In March 1954, Queen Elizabeth II, oh, rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth, you're fucking dead, on her royal tour of Australia, watched with great interest as the descendants of the Bushmen performed the Bushmen. Come on. Oh, my phone's not working. Uh-oh. That's not good. There we are. That's better. Say Bushmen. Australia watched the great interest of the descendants of the Bushmen perform their ancient dances in her honor. Today, the Bushmen are a dwindling race of people. They wear the clothes of the white man. Many of them work on farms and sheep stations. Yeah, that's how it goes, you know, destroying cultural genocide. What's new? Fucking British. And the French. Portuguese. The Spanish. Fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. 1,200 miles to the southeast of Australia lies the land of New Zealand. If you look at the map on page 146, yeah, okay. Hey, buddy. Map, you'll see that New Zealand consists of 2 large islands separated by a strait. Unlike Australia, which is generally level, New Zealand is very mountainous. Oh, New Zealand's beautiful, fucking beautiful. Where is it? That's New Guinea. Where's New Zealand? There it is, New Zealand. Hey, look, right there. Right there at the bottom there. I freaking love New Zealand. It's got like little mountains and stuff. It's got like and they release all these domesticated animals, like all these different sheep and stuff for hunting. It's like literally a paradise. It's like actually basically a paradise. If you live in New Zealand, you basically live in paradise. But there's just not much to do because it's so far away from everything. So like stuff's kind of shit there because like there's not much to do. Like you can't just like fucking get on a plane and travel places because it's gonna take forever to fly anywhere, basically. But like if you like just like want to like be serene and live like a freaking hobbit, not really like a hobbit, but like live like chill a chill fucking life, for sure New Zealand. New Zealand's the place to do it. New Zealand's fucking epic. What's next? Where we talk about New Zealand is very mountainous. In the North Island, there are cone-shaped volcanoes, hot pools of mud bubbling up from the ground, and springs of boiling water. In the South Island, there are snow-capped mountains, glaciers, valleys, and coastal plains. See, fucking beautiful place. I'll do anything to live in New Zealand. I wouldn't though. I would like to, when I'm really rich and I have a lot of money, then I'm gonna have a little cabin in New Zealand. And like when I want to be like, oh, I hate people. I want to be away from people. I am misunderstood. I'm an artist, and nobody understands me. And I just need to be alone with my thoughts because the only person who really gets me is me. I'll fly to New Zealand and I'll sit in a cabin. And maybe I'll go hunting. Oh, the hunting is sort of a social thing. Kind of hunt. You should really hunt with a buddy. Yeah. But that's how it goes. Coasts are deep bays or inlets like the fjords of Norway. Oh, like Leif Erikson and Erik the Red. The fucking fjords. We all love the fucking fjords, don't we? Many short, swift rivers rush headlong down the steep slopes to the sea. You will see on the globe that New Zealand is farther away from the equator than Australia. Therefore, its climate is not as warm. The moisture-laden westerly winds bring plenty of rain to all of New Zealand. On the mountain slopes, there are forests of towering trees. The Kauri pine, which has hard, strong wood, grows to a height of 70 feet. Oh, fuck, that's huge. That's a big fucking tree. When the first Europeans came to New Zealand, they found there are people called the Maoris. These Maoris had come in canoes from islands in the South Pacific and had settled in New Zealand. They were a tall people with light brown skin and black hair. The Maoris lived in villages. Around a village, fences or stockades were erected to keep out enemies. In the center of each village was a meeting house, and surrounding this building were small rectangular Maori homes. The walls of huts were made of reeds, bound together and attached to wooden frames. The roofs were covered with long strips of bark. In the meeting houses, guests were received and tribal meetings were held. The doorposts and beams of these buildings were made of tatora wood and were richly decorated with fine carvings. That really sounds beautiful. It's too bad they don't. I'm sure there are some recreations there. I'd have to check them out. Yeah, go to New Zealand. Probably want to check them out. The Maoris were expert carvers who decorated their homes, their canoes, and their weapons with beautiful designs. Oh yeah, I've seen it. It's fucking epic. I would show it, but there's nobody here to actually take a look. So I'm just gonna keep reading. Maybe I'll take a look on my own later. They were a brave and warlike people whose weapons were stone and whalebone clubs, axes and wooden spears. Before a fight, they worked themselves up into a state of great excitement by performing a war dance, the haka. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, the fucking haka, fucking sick ass haka. Very scary. I'd be fucking terrified if I saw that as like didn't know what it was. Someone just started fucking do that to me. I'd be like, what the fuck? That totally frazzled me. Stomping their feet on the ground, rolling their eyes, and poking out their tongues to an amazing length. Maori women were skillful at making cloth from flax, a plant which grew along the banks of the river. The women cooked their food by lowering waterproof flax baskets. Oh, what the fuck? They make those sound awesome. Into the hot springs of water. Holy shit, that's just like the fucking Iceland. Hey, the more things, the farther you apart, the more you're the same. The world's a small place. It's a small world after all, Men and women were loose, dangling skirts, or kilts made of long, hard strips of flax. Around their shoulders, they wore mats made of woven flax, or cloaks of feathers. A woven flax headband was worn, and into it were thrust black, red, or white feathers. The Maoris tattooed their faces with a strange design. The chiefs covered their faces with tattooing. The women folk had tattooing on their lips and chins. When the British first settled in New Zealand, the Maoris fought bitterly against them. At last, an arrangement was made by which the Maoris surrendered their lands to the British Queen Victoria in return for protection of their rights. Yeah, I wonder how well that worked out for them. The Maoris have adopted modern ways and have become worthy citizens. Fuck you. I don't think that's went on too well. There are Maori doctors, judges, teachers, members of parliament, newspaper editors, and government officials. All important jobs. See, they're just like us. That's what the book is saying us. Don't be afraid of the tattooed people. That's actually a good lesson, actually. Considering it's 1950s, and tattoos were like fucking horrifying to people back then. I guess it'd be that's a good lesson to teach them that they're just normal. You know, everybody's fine. When the first explorers landed in New Zealand, they saw some miserable-looking dogs and some rats, but no other animals. There appeared to be no animals native to New Zealand, though some were later brought in. There are many birds, however. An unusual one is the kiwi, which is a flightless gray bird about the size of a hen. It has a hair-like feathers and a very long beak. When it has hair, when it's hunting for food, it sniffs loudly. Its feathers were used in the making of beautiful feather caps worn by the Maori people on special occasions. Well, I'd like to see those too. Must have fun. There are many islands in the South Pacific near Australia and New Zealand. Some of these are mountains, others are flat. All of them have warm climates, for they are near the equator. Later in this part of Pirates and Pathfinders, you'll read of a brown. Let's not say that. Of brown-skinned, dark-haired people who lived and still live on these tropical islands. Abel Tasman. One of the first people to become interested in finding the southern continent was Anthony van Diemen. Dutch governor of the island of Java in the East Indies. If you look on the map on page 146, yeah, this map, this little thing over here, this guy right here. If you look at this map on page 146, you will see that Java is an island in southeastern Asia. Where are you, Java? I see Borneo. Oh, there's Java right over there. If you look all the way over here, and look there, that's Java right there. Tiny little Java right there. Some years before the story begins, the Dutch had taken Java from the Portuguese. Good. Van Diemen had been sent out from Holland. Oh, Holland! To govern the island. Although it was rich in spices, Anthony van Diemen was not content, for he longed to find a land rich in gold. Yeah, everyone wants fucking gold. I wonder why. Who could guess why? He was governor and could not go exploring himself, so he chose a Dutch sea captain named Abel Tasman to carry out the search from southern continent for the southern continent. In 1642, Tasman sailed the ocean blue, sailed from Java into the Indian Ocean with two ships, the Heemskerk and the Sea Hen. He had enough food to last for 18 months. The vessels were carried by strong winds in the southwesterly direction towards Africa. Then they turned to the east and sailed across the Indian Ocean. Great gales and rough rolling seas battered the ships and did much damage, tearing the sails and breaking the masts. The voyage was long and terrible. Tasman offered a rich reward to the first man who should see land of any kind. One morning, after 3 months at sea, a sailor sighted a high rocky coast far off into the distance, and some blue mountains rising up off the water. As the ships approached the coast, the gales returned. Several small boats tried to reach the shore, but the heavy seas were too much for them, and they were forced back. Oh, that sucks. Wah wah. No land for you. When the storms was over, the sailors rowed to shore and claimed the land in the name of the King of Holland. As the land had not been known before to any European, we called it Van Diemen's Land, wrote Tasman in his logbook. Today, this land is known as Tasmania. Oh, hey, where's Tasmania? Where are you, Tasmania? Tasmania? I don't see it on the map. In honor of its discoverer, there's a large island off the southeast coast of Australia. Southeast. Oh, it's right there. Oh, he went far. Fuck, he went really far. There's Australia right there. Tasman's men heard human voices, sounds of trumpets and gongs, but they saw no natives. They found trees in which steps were cut. The notches were full 5 feet apart. And Tasman felt sure that the natives who lived there must be very tall people. He thought that they climbed those steps to get eggs from the birds' nests high up in the trees. Why does all these European explorers always think everybody's like freaking tall wherever they go? Oh, these guys are so fucking tall. These guys are giants. If you go over here, they're also fucking giants. Oh, they're all fucking tall. Everywhere's freaking tall. Leaving Van Diemen's Land, the ship sailed in an easterly direction for 9 days until they sighted the tree-clad slopes of a mountainous land. The natives, armed with sharp spears and clubs, came out from shore in long carved war canoes and crowded around the Dutch ships. That's not good. It looks like they're in a world of hurt there, but these people called themselves the Maoris, which is pronounced Maoris. Is it? That was Maori. Maoris. I need to call them Maoris. They were of a color between brown and yellow. Their hair was long and thick and combed up until the little knobs on the tops of their heads. Tasman, that's what Tasman wrote. Tasman was in need of fresh water and food. He sent 2 rowboats full of men to shore to get supplies. The Maoris attacked the sailors. 3 were killed and another was badly wounded. Yeah, okay. Hey, that's the first time they actually started killing people. That's the first. I guess they have had previous encounters with other travelers. The Maoris attacked us. They were killed and another was badly wounded. The remaining sailors, badly frightened, returned to the ships without setting foot on shore. Because of the attacks on his men, Tasman named the inlet Murderer's Bay. Okay, that's nice. The Dutch called this new land Landstaten Land, and so it was continued to be known for many years until, at a later date, it was renamed New Zealand. Yeah, they didn't like that place so much. I can see why. Tasman sailed northward along the coast. He found the Staten Land was a beautiful country with rich soil and plenty of rainfall. The natives were unfriendly, however, and the Dutch did not dare explore far into the country in search of gold. I don't think there's much gold in Tasmania anyway. Farther north, the seamen sighted some tropical islands. When they landed, the natives gave them a warm welcome. Hey, that's nice. These islands were a happy, carefree people, brown-skinned and tall. Everybody's fucking tall. Everybody's fucking tall wherever we go. The climate here was hot, and the islanders lived out of doors most of the time. Their only clothing was a skirt made from the inner bark of a tree. They called their island the Tongas. Oh, Tonga! I'm gonna send you back to Tonga. The Summer Heights High. That was really good. The islanders brought gifts of bananas, fowl, sweet potatoes, and coconuts to the Dutch. In return, Tasman made them gifts of nails, beads, looking glasses, and brass wire. Oh, we have pictures of the Maoris. Here's the Maoris, who are very upset and not happy with the guys. And here's the Tongans. Here's Tonga. The natives were delighted. They had never before seen such things. Because they were a peaceful people with no weapons of war, and because of their great kindness to himself and his men, Tasman named their land the Friendly Islands. The natives of Tonga, or Friendly Islands, are still a peace-loving, happy people who live in much the same way as they did in Tasman's time. I don't think so anymore. I think that's changed quite a bit. Actually, not that much. They're still really nice, but I don't think it's as nice as they're saying it is in this book. The hamstrik and the sea hen coasted past more groups of islands until they reached the northern shores of an island which is now known as New Guinea. If you now look on the map on page 146, you'll see the New Guinea is to the north of Australia. Okay, let's go look at the freaking map. New Guinea. Oh, that's a big island. The natives welcomed the Dutch and gave them thousands of coconuts and hundreds of stalks of bananas. The 2 ships continued their voyage to the west till they returned once more to the port on the island of Java, from which they had sailed. The voyage had lasted 9 months. I thought they had food enough for 18. Whatever. Without knowing it, Tasman had sailed around the southern continent, which he had set out to discover. That sucks. That's sad. The governor, Van Diemen, was greatly disappointed with Tasman because he had not explored Van Dam's land and Staten Land thoroughly, and because he had not brought back any gold or silver. Tasman explained that further exploration had been impossible because of the leaking conditions of his ships and the warlike nature of the Maoris, whom he found in Staten Land. 2 years later, Tasman again set out to explore and to make a map of the capes, bays, and inlets, rivers, and sands that he passed. He also planned to trade with natives. We know little of this voyage, except that Tasman sailed along the northern eastern coast of the southern continent, which today is called Australia. He gave the name New Holland. For a second time, he returned home without news of rich lands of gold and silver, and as before, the Dutch governor was disappointed with the results of his voyage. Van Diemen lost interest in voyages of discovery, and the Dutch made little use of the fine maps that Tasman had made. Missed opportunity. He almost had a shit ton of opal. Stupid. On the floor of the great town hall in the city of Amsterdam in Holland is to be seen to this day, inlaid in the stone tiles, the complete map of the southern continents surveyed by Captain Abel Tasman. Tasman believed that Van Diemen's Land, New Holland, and New Guinea were all one land. In later years, explorers found that this was not so. Tasman had been unable to explore the Stanton Land except along its western coast, but he believed that it was part of the southern continent, for which he was searching. 125 years after Tasman voyages, a great British explorer, Captain Cook, discovered that Stanton Land, which is now called New Zealand, was not part of any continent, but was two large islands. And that's it for the beginning of Australia. And we're going to tune in later for the next part. Well, thanks everybody for joining me, which is nobody, but that's okay, because I still had fun reading. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.